this heat wave rolls on, but there is a cold front on the way. We'll talk about it after this. Yes, it's another warm day across North Texas. It is just uncomfortable out there. And behind me here, you see the records. It's 108 across the board. Different time periods. 1934 in Cleburne and Hillsborough, Cleburne and Corsicana there, Hillsborough in 1936, and then quite a bit later in Waxahachie, 2018. Of course, those records are not as old, but 108 across the area, and I think at least most of us should be below that today. Now, I can't necessarily say that for folks west of us. The further west you go, you actually start getting into the area where the high pressure, kind of the center of that high pressure dome is, and the closer you get to that, the warmer your temperatures are. The humidity is lower today too, but again, as I've said before, lower the humidity, you raise the air temperature because dry air heats more efficiently. So yes, 105, 106 today across our area, and the good news is, again, with the humidity lower, this 79, 80 degrees won't be quite as bad this evening. So once the sun goes down, once we're just left with a breeze, it shouldn't feel as gross out there. So it should be a nicer evening across our area to get outside. But we are all of us, I mean, you see the purple just everywhere under those excessive heat warnings. And so to keep in mind, yes, you do want to limit outdoor activity during the peak heating, and I mean, I'm recording this at about 2:13, so we're right around that right now. You want to avoid that and try to wait to go outside maybe until about 6, 7, maybe 8 o'clock there. Let it cool down first. And yesterday, of course, we had the excessive heat warnings in those 3 counties, and then Navarro County was stuck in a heat advisory, and clearly within the criteria of the excessive heat warning, where you have either 2 consecutive days of 2 consecutive days, we'll start with heat index, 110 degree or more heat index, and then or 105 degree air temperatures. Well, we hit 106 on Monday in Corsicana. We made it there again yesterday, and we're going to be at least 105 again today in Corsicana. So yeah, good news, good move by the National Weather Service in moving that over. And the good news is that allergens are not terrible today. We're around medium. Now, the other thing is that we have a little bit more wind out there, so that should help to avoid some of those ozone issues that we might have. So that will be helpful as well. Now, in the tropics, there's not a whole lot happening. You have Tropical Storm Dawn, which has kind of just been twirling around out here in the Atlantic Basin. And then, yes, off in the main development region, we do have this system that, you see all this convection here, and there is a disturbance out there that looks to have about a 20% chance of development in the next 7 days or so. So not a great chance of development by that storm, but it could very well turn into something eventually that we have to watch. For right now, though, we'll keep an eye on it and let you know if that changes. Across the country right now, we of course have the dome of high pressure. There's this stationary front off to our north. Won't really do much. There's been some flooding issues over in Illinois and Tennessee, Kentucky, Missouri. They're kind of where all the states come together. And then this cold front is the one that we're watching. So this system will make its way southward. Eventually it's going to push even the stationary front downward. And I am increasing my confidence in this system that this will continue to move southward, move into our area, and bring at least upper 90s to our area. Some have dropped into the mid 90s. I'm not sure if I'm quite there yet. We're a little further south, so as those cold fronts move south, they lose their momentum. Sometimes they lose their cooling power. So we will be watching this front, and I'm very curious to see how far south it makes it into Texas, and if we may be able to get into the mid 90s as opposed to the upper 90s. So stay tuned on that. Today, 106, I think, is our high. 106, 107 degrees across the area, 105 in our eastern counties, 103 tomorrow, so we're a little bit cooler. More of a breeze there as well. And then, yes, Friday, we are watching for that cold front to move in. If it moves in a little ahead of schedule, we could have cooler temperatures Friday, because as soon as it moves through, we change the wind direction to the north, start cooling things down. I've got 102 there, so maybe if it will speed up a little bit, maybe we can stay out of the hundreds on Friday as well. We'll keep an eye on that. 97 97 Saturday, 98 Sunday. I do have northeast winds Saturday and then east winds on Sunday. Not very strong winds for the most part, but it's better than 105. And then we're back in the triple digits by the time we get to the beginning of next week. So bear in mind, we have a cold front coming in, so relief is on the way. Friday does look to be cooler. Timing, depending on that cold front, could be cooler, could be warmer. So we'll keep an eye on that. And then, yes, Saturday, Sunday, cooler temperatures. Again, some folks have 95 for Saturday, 95, 96. I have 97, 98. I'm not as confident in the amount of cooling we're going to see that day. I still think we'll warm up quite a bit. And then Sunday, yes, we're closer to 100 and back to the triple digits for next week. So stay tuned for more updates on the cool down coming this weekend.